name is Pascal Gibbon, and I am delighted to welcome you to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast for men and women who want to create more balance and harmony in their life on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. Every Monday, you get access to insights, practical tools, and strategies on well-being, personal development, life fulfillment, and success from experts in their field and from me, your change catalyst. It is my mission to guide you to happiness and help you find greater joy, inner peace, and balance. This is an invitation to you, the listener, to transform your life one step at a time. Hello, beautiful listeners. Thank you for tuning in to episode 360 of the Everyday Life Balance Show. Today, we're diving deep into something that touches us all: rest, relaxation, and yes, stress. We live in a world where constant busyness becomes the norm. But what happens when that busyness turns into imbalance? Even though there are external stresses, stress is also about what's happening inside us. We will explore how everyday imbalances like poor sleep, bad diet, or even emotional burnout can trigger stress. I'll give you practical tools for nurturing rest to bring your body, mind, and spirit back into balance. Let's talk about how to reclaim your peace. Before we dive into what throws us out of balance, let's start with what balance looks like. It's a life that allows for the 3 R's: rest, renewal, and relaxation. Because with proper rest, everything shifts: our mental clarity and emotions, let alone our energy levels and physical health. Rest is like a reset button for your entire system. When was the last time you had a proper rest? Unfortunately, with the advent of technology, our mind is constantly active. We check our phones every second for emails, messages, interesting videos we can share, etc. The fact is, your brain loves to rest. Science tells us that when we're well rested, we think more clearly, we're more creative, and make better decisions. Rest gives us a cognitive boost. Our brains sort through memories, consolidate learning, and clear out waste during periods of deep rest and sleep. However, rest isn't just for your brain. Your body needs rest to heal. Research shows that good sleep supports a healthy immune system, repairs tissues, and even reduces the risk of chronic illness. Think of it this way: every time you allow yourself to rest, you strengthen your body's ability to heal and thrive. How many of us felt completely overwhelmed after a bad night's sleep or a stressful week? That's because rest regulates your emotions. When we rest, we reduce cortisol, our stress hormone, and help the nervous system shift into rest and digest mode. It calms the body down and releases feel-good hormones like serotonin. It's beautiful how interconnected everything is. Our mental, emotional, and physical health all feed off each other, and rest is at the core of keeping everything in balance. Now, I want to dig deeper into why stress seems to creep into our lives so easily, especially when things feel out of balance. There are many external stresses in life: work, family, finances, relationships. What often goes overlooked are the internal imbalances that can activate stress. Let's talk about some of these common imbalances and how they can trigger stress. Number 1 is sleep deprivation. One of the biggest culprits behind stress is a lack of sleep. Sleep is your body's primary way of recharging mentally and physically. Without enough sleep, cortisol levels rise, which keeps you in a constant state of alertness. That's why when you suffer from sleep deprivation, even small things like a long email or a traffic jam can feel overwhelming. Studies shows that chronic sleep deprivation increases stress levels and anxiety. It can even lead to mood disorders like depression. Number two is nutritional imbalances. What we eat directly impacts how we feel, and certain nutritional imbalances can cause our stress response to kick into high gear. Diets high in sugar, processed foods, or caffeine can spike our energy temporarily, but then crash it, putting unnecessary strain on your nervous system. Meanwhile, deficiencies in essential nutrients like magnesium, vitamin D, or B vitamins increase stress and anxiety levels. Your body is like a finely tuned machine, and it needs the right fuel to function calmly and efficiently. I recommend you speak to a professional dietitian or nutritionist to ensure you get these nutrients in your diet or supplementation if necessary. The highest source of vitamin D is the sun. Number three is emotional burnout. We often think of stress as something that comes from external sources. However, emotional stress like worry, unresolved feelings, overextending yourself for others, or simply not processing emotions can leave us feeling emotionally depleted. When you don't allow yourself to rest or recharge emotionally, you end up caught in a burnout cycle. This can lead to feelings of overwhelm, irritability, or even physical symptoms like headaches or fatigue. Talking things through with a professional therapist or your best friend is comforting and a great therapy. Number four is a big one: lack of physical movement. Movement is crucial for releasing stress. Prolonged periods of inactivity, such as sitting at a desk all day or being indoors, can cause our bodies to retain stress. Exercise releases endorphins, those natural mood boosters, and helps flush cortisol out of your system. So when we don't move enough, stress gets stuck in the body, contributing to tension and anxiety. Number five is social disconnection. Here is a common imbalance we don't always consider. Disconnection from others can activate stress. Humans are wired for connection. When we don't get enough positive social interaction, whether through friendships, family, or community, we can start to feel isolated, and that isolation can manifest as stress or anxiety. For this reason, spending time with loved ones or engaging in meaningful conversations can calm you down. And lastly, unresolved mental or emotional patterns. Sometimes the imbalances are deep rooted in our thinking. If you find yourself constantly in a state of fight or flight, it could be due to unprocessed trauma, chronic worry, or an underlying sense of insecurity. These thought patterns trap us in a cycle of stress, even when the outside world seems calm. So now that we know what can throw us off balance, let's talk about how to rebalance. Here are some heart-centered, practical tools to help you activate rest, calm your nervous system, and restore inner peace. Number one is to create a consistent sleep routine. Your body thrives on consistency. Try to maintain a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Create a calming nighttime ritual that signals to your body it's time to unwind. Whether it's turning off electronic gadgets, drinking herbal tea, or practicing a little meditation. Prioritizing quality sleep is one of the most effective ways to reduce stress and restore balance. Number two is nourish your body with balanced nutrition. Pay attention to how food affects your energy and mood. Opt for whole, nutrient-dense foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and lean proteins that provide your body with essential vitamins and minerals. Additionally, be mindful of stimulants like caffeine or sugar, which can trigger spikes in anxiety. Small, nourishing meals throughout the day helps keep your blood sugar stable, which directly affects how stressed or calm you feel. Keep your gut healthy. In stressful times, we often feel discomfort in that area. Number 3 is to set healthy boundaries for emotional balance. Emotional rest is just as important as physical rest. Practice saying no when your emotional energy feels stretched. Start small, whether it's declining an invite or asking for more time to complete a task. Protecting your energy helps you avoid emotional burnout and allows time to rest and recharge. Look at a holistic tool like Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT. Number 4 is incorporate gentle movement daily. It doesn't have to be intense. Gentle stretching, yoga, or even a slow walk in nature can do wonders for releasing tension and clearing mental fog. The key is to listen to your body and give it the movement it needs to reset. Number 5 is to prioritize social connections. Make time for meaningful connections, whether it's scheduling regular dates with a friend, calling a family member, or joining a community group. Surrounding yourself with positive social support can reduce stress and give you a sense of belonging and calm. Number 6 is practice mindful breathing techniques. When stress hits, focus on your breath. Deep breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms your body. Try this simple breathing exercise. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for a count of 4. And exhale for 6 counts. Repeat for a few minutes and notice how quickly it brings you back into balance. And lastly, number 7, set healthy boundaries regarding your activities. Find balance in the way you manage your energy. Are there days when you are full of energy and pack everything in? Because you burnt too much energy in one day, you find yourself exhausted the following day. Learn to manage your activities well every week. Remember, beautiful listeners, rest and balance are not a luxury. They are a necessity to thrive with ease. The next time stress tries to throw you off balance, know you have the tools to bring yourself back to a place of peace. Listen to your body. Nurture it with rest and don't be afraid to honor your limits. Your well-being depends on it. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone who might need a little reminder to rest. I'm sending you love and peace, and most of all, I'm giving you permission to rest, renew, and relax. Until next time, take care of yourself. You deserve it. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for reviewing and rating the Everyday Life Balance podcast on iTunes. And thank you for subscribing to this podcast so that you can continue to get training each time I release a new episode. I look forward to connecting with you next week. And as always, yes, you can dream it, create it, live it.